every time somebody said something like, well, what about those that don't have a truck? We've got a great community. I think people are willing to step in. And I saw every time somebody's like, I'll let you use my truck. So we're still trying to provide a service, just different way now.
Welcome to Herrimanology.
The official podcast to keep up with Herriman City.
We'll take you inside the city, explore the latest news and updates, show you how your government operates, and discuss the issues that affect us all. Now, here are your hosts talking all things Herriman on Herrimanology.
All right, welcome to Herrimanology. It is Wednesday, April 3rd, throwing a bit of a curveball today because I'm off tomorrow. So we're doing Wednesday instead of Thursday this week.
I like it.
Yep. Are you recovering from your lunch yesterday at Slackwater?
Slackwater was amazing. As we know, that's the newest restaurant. Mm-hmm. So second trip over there, amazing. Tried the chicken Alfredo pizza this time. Absolutely amazing. So,
and I say recovering because when I went there, I ate far too much food.
Right.
It's good stuff.
And they should just bring a box out with every pizza. You know, especially the calzone. My buddy got a calzone that was bigger than my head. So
that's good stuff.
It's good stuff. So
right down the road from Garage Grill too.
Yep.
I know city staff frequent there for meetings all the time. I know you go there pretty frequently. Big menu.
Yep. So a lot going on. You know, We're excited with Slackwater. Get out, try it. But remember, all of our local eateries, keep supporting everybody. It's just critical. We keep everybody happy right now.
For a long time, a lot of people were like, why can't we get a sit-down restaurant? And we had one before, and then it left, and like, why can't we get a sit-down restaurant? Now we have a few, and there are more to come, too, eventually.
Yep, absolutely. So get out there, especially during lunch. Lunch is when they really need that support.
Yeah. So I'm John LaFollette, Communications Manager for Herriman City, today alongside Mayor Palmer. Thanks for coming in today.
Good to be here. Yep.
And kind of a light week on the podcast. We don't have any huge, heavy-hitting topics, which is kind of nice.
It's good. Yes.
It's been a few weeks of some tough news, at least as far as we're concerned. We knew we were bearing bad news with Black Ridge and with the water rates. We're not going to go into that today because we've addressed it several times in other podcasts. If you missed those, go back and listen on the various playlists. But today we had one semi-water related no dumb question that we'll start with. Andrew asked, why is Herriman not expanding secondary water availability? So this is something that the city had been working for a long time to eventually get secondary water pretty much everywhere through the city. And secondary water, for those who aren't familiar, is untreated irrigation water. So you wouldn't drink it, but you would use it to water your grass. There are a lot of places in the city that have pipes in the ground but no water flowing through it.
Right.
And there are a lot of places that don't have secondary water. This is something the council talked about, I think, last fall, winter, something, and made a decision. What was involved there?
The driving factor really was cost. At the end of the day, we finally had full projections of what it would cost to build it out. And basically, it would take us 100 years of bonding and paying for it. Like, it just was not ever going to be feasible financially to build it out. Talking to the water department just this week, actually, our secondary water, more than anything, we have to pump that up the hill. So it comes from, you can't put in tanks above it and gravity feed it down. You have to pump it, which is expensive. So it was just the cost, we didn't want to pass that on to the taxpayers. So the decision basically was made, those pipes that are in the ground, we will eventually get secondary water into those. But any new construction moving forward that doesn't have it, we just decided why spend that? Why pay for two competing lines in the ground, that cost money, maintenance down the road, if we don't think we can ever afford to fill them, fill those pipes with water. So it was just the decision to save taxpayer money, honestly.
And fair to say the city already has hundreds of millions of dollars in capital infrastructure costs coming up between roads and culinary water lines and whatever else is going on. There's a lot going on there. The council kind of figured this is something that's a little more optional, and maybe not worth the cost.
Absolutely. Yep.
And it's warming up finally.
We
are emerging out of, I think, fourth winter now.
Feels like it.
Still have rain, but it's
another snow this weekend, I'm hearing.
Oh no. But it is warming up, so it's time for spring cleanup. And we didn't do a fall cleanup last year, if I remember right, but we are doing a spring cleanup, and that is April 16th through the 20th.
Right.
And so that is residents only. You have to be able to verify residency with a piece of mail or whatever.
Right.
Take your stuff to Butterfield Park, during that time window. I think it's 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Right.
Maybe the other way around. Check Herriman.org/cleanup. Great resource
Right,
for information.
absolutely.
I should have written that down. I didn't. But Herriman.org/cleanup has all the details for accepted items. And just go dump your junk, really.
Absolutely. And I know I've had questions about why don't we do the dumpsters in the neighborhood anymore? And just, again, this is just another byproduct of us growing as a city. That would just be the personnel from our contractor and the number of dumpsters now required, and it just wasn't feasible anymore. So this is still an attempt to have something. I saw every time somebody said something like, well, what about those that don't have a truck? We've got a great community. I think people are willing to step in, and I saw every time somebody's like, I'll let you use my truck. So we're still trying to provide a service, just different way now.
And worth mentioning too, the Wasatch Front Waste and Recycling, who this the city doesn't do garbage service. We don't do dumpsters or recycling. That's all through the Wasatch Front Waste and Recycling District,
right.
And they do have a dumpster rental program. Mm-hmm. You can go on their website and get that information from them, but that is something that they do offer if you need one in your neighborhood.
Yep, and it's not crazy expensive. It's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Other calendar things, April 15th, parks and pavilions are all open for the warm weather month hours, and restrooms are open and all that. So
yep. Hopefully it's warm. Yeah,
true. Always a caveat.
Yep.
Springtime in the Rockies. There's a senior paint class on April 18th. So that's the next iteration of the city's senior citizen, senior resident activities.
Right.
So there used to be just a couple times a year the city would do anything. Starting, I believe, last year, we've started doing something monthly.
Right.
And the activity changes every month, but there's something for senior residents to do every month.
Yep, and I love it. And that one does require pre-registration, so we can get accounts. So make sure you register for that.
Herriman.org/senior citizens. You can find that and all the other activities and anything else relevant for senior residents.
Yep.
Hungry Herriman at Crane Plaza is very popular. Food truck roundup. That starts April 22nd.
Nice.
Every Monday evening. And then starting in June, we'll tag on the farmers market on top of that. So,
which I love Mondays come summer. Yep.
The city does have a community calendar. So if you go to our website, we have the city calendar, which has the city council meetings and official city-sponsored events. But now, as of a few months ago, we've added a community calendar where community groups or schools or anybody really who has an event that affects the entire community can go on a submitted event. We'll post it on there. It's not a list of city endorsed or city sponsored events, but just to let you know things are going on.
Yep.
So go there, Herriman.org/community calendar, or if you're a group or organization that has activities that benefit the whole community, then you can submit them there.
Post on there. Yep.
So I think that's it for today. I feel like I did most of the talking.
I like it. It's much better when that happens. So much better.
But thanks for coming in for a few minutes.
You bet. I'm excited. We're heading over to reveal the Dare Jeep design right now. So we're going to go surprise somebody right now, a young person at one of the elementaries. So we're excited to do that, and the F-150 this year.
Yeah.
We have 2 Dare officers now. So that's today. So we're excited about today. So we'll post pictures of those shortly.
Yeah, look on HPD's, Herriman Police Department's social media. We'll have pictures on there, and I can say firsthand they're cool designs.
Can't wait to see them.
So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. As always, leave a question or a comment in the comment section on whatever platform you're listening to, and we'll address it in an upcoming episode. So thanks, Mayor Palmer.
Sounds great. Good to see you.
And we'll catch you next time.